Hi guys, it's Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet, and believe it or not, I have finished objects. I actually have quite a few, for me anyway, but I had that deadline and I had to get them done. So, I do have a couple of whips. I actually only have um 4 active whips, and one is for the 2020 Ice Yarns Challenge. Not sure if I'll get that done in time. And one is my rag rug, and I haven't had any cotton scraps to add to that, so I don't have any, so I can't show you that because that hasn't changed. But I do have, let's see, I have these 2 whips. And you guys will remember this bag, my Sheeplewood bag. It's an Erin Lane bag. And it has my market bag. And it looks like I haven't done anything to it, but I have. Not a lot, mind you, but I have done something. I have put them together, partway anyway. So I have one needed 4 together, another section needed 3 together, one just needed 1, another section needed 2, and another section needed 3. So I have those, and now I just have to put them together to make the bag. And ooh, Joanne's just told me that there's tons of deals happening. Yeah, not interested, not right now. So now all I have to do is just put them together to make the bag and then make a handle. But that's what this one looks like so far. And I thought I lost the pattern to it, which wasn't going to be good, but I found it. This came from a Crochet Surprise box. I'm way behind on those. One day I might catch up. But that's what the stash use is all about. I have I'm using the Lion brand 24/7 cotton, and the color is denim. That's close to the color, it's just a little bit lighter. And so I have enough to make the handle, and then I can add it to my set of market bags. So let me put this up. It's almost too small for this bag, but it still works. My other whip is in an Ella bag that had penguins in it. Let me tell you something with these bags, what else these bags can do. My husband is a penguin freak, and I used this to put his present in for Christmas. I used a whole bunch of my other bags and saved the environment by not throwing wrapping paper anywhere, and used a lot of the bags that I have. I used all of my Christmas bags and then some of my other bags. The kids didn't care. They just had fun opening them, and it was so easy to pick up. And after we picked them up, we just threw them in the washing machine, and then they were good again. And now, of course, they're all full of cat hair and dog hair again. That's why I have to wash them. All right, that was the side note. But this is from Ella, no catchy name. And project bags are not just for projects. Okay, so this I am making it's a pattern from Bag a Day. Her cape. And I am using Utopia Baby, and this is a hobium yarn, and of course they're not selling to us anymore. I think you can get stuff on Amazon, but I have enough hobium yarn to last me a lifetime. So this is what I have of her cape so far. It's like that. And I'll be able to wear this. I'm not going to do it as long as she did it because it would just get full of snow and get filthy dirty. But I'm going to do it just short, just maybe a little bit past my butt hind. And I'll be able to wear that whenever it's super, super cold out like it is right now. And I'm using a J hook. It's coming along pretty well. I probably won't be able to use it until next winter, but you know, that's all right. By the time I get done with it, it'll probably be March, and it'll be getting a lot warmer than it is right now. So that is work in progress number 2. And I always keep my hooks with my projects. That way I don't forget what hook I'm using. Even if I have a stitch marker that has the hook size on it, I still keep my hooks with my projects. And Persephone is tearing up her new bed. My grandson made her a bed, and I'll see if I can show you guys. There's her new bed. So that's her new bed, and she's tearing it apart. Gotta love the cats. Okay, so for my finished objects, I have and this will fall under a couple of my goals. I used an eye hook, and this is my first time using this. I am not thrilled with it. I love cotton yarn and I love scrubby yarn, but I don't think I'm a fan of this sugar and cream scrub it. I did get it on clearance. It says $3.47, but I also got an additional 25% off. And I don't think I like this as much because you can't control where you want the scrubby part. So I just made a super easy double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. And I mean, it'll work. My friend just needs some more scrubbies. So I used this yarn and I made her a scrubby washcloth. And this will count for a brand new yarn that I've never used before, and a finished object. No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. A brand new yarn that I've never used before and a skein of yarn. And what I might do is tear off the pieces or cut the pieces. I'll show you why I don't really like this. The way they connected the two, it's really hard. So hey, look, I have some scrap yarn for my rag rug now. But the way they connected it, this one is actually pretty loose, but some of them were just like super, they didn't bend. So it was really hard to work with. So I think I'm just going to cut the pieces off and then use these two cotton sections for scraps, and then use these for a flower or something. That's an idea. A scrubby flower. That way I can control it. I like being able to control the scrubby better. Here's one right here that has something really rough in it where you can't bend it. It just stays like that. So I'm going to tear this apart and I'll use them separately. But another finished object. And I'll put this hook up because I am done with it. Oops. I'll put that in here. I'll take that apart in just a minute. Alrighty. And some of you may have seen on Instagram, I didn't mean to post it on Instagram yet, but I did. I have the baby dress done. Isn't it cute? The collar does lay down that way. But there's the baby dress. And I just made some little ties right here because I know that trying to do snaps and stuff on babies is hard. So I just did a little tie. And there's that. And I'll link the pattern down below. It's a Bag-A-Day pattern, the Sugar Plum dress. So there's that. And I made a diaper cover to go with it. I was running out of pink yarn, so I had to use the white yarn, but they still go together. It's still the same yarn. I used Caron Simply Soft, and this is what I have left of the pink. So this is going to go into my scraps. I consider that used for a skein, although I might put a little flower, might make a little flower and put a flower right here. I might not, but I might. And that color is soft pink. But I'm more than likely gonna toss it in the bin across from me of my scraps. Like right now. And it didn't make it. I'll have to pick that up. And I have the Caron Simply Soft in the white. And I still have enough to do trim on another dress, so this does not count as a skein used. But I did at least use one. And I have a baby dress, and a diaper cover to go together. So that's another finished object. What? I don't know what size hook. I think I used an H. I already put it up. And this is a bag from Victoria at Alaska Crafty Gal, Victoria. And my last finished object. Whew, thank goodness. This is what I have left over. And this is a completion of February or 2019 whip. And I used Premier Couture Home in the color Azalea. And this is what I have left. Still, it's not counting as a skein since it's a whip that I brought through from 2019. But I have this left. I need to ziplock that. I have this in my Billy bag that was made just for me. And I have, this is a tummy time blanket. And I did use a bag a day pattern. Or a tummy time mat. So this is it. It's really big. Not really too big. I can't remember the inches, but it is done. It actually has a trim and everything. And I still had some yarn left over. But that is all right. I can make a cat bed with the rest of it. So those are all my finished objects. And now I can start some new whips. Yay. I mean, yeah, some new projects. So I can use up some of this yarn. I do have an idea for all of that right there. It will be an ambitious project, but I have an idea. Yep, year-long process. Alrighty, well, that's all. I don't know where Persephone went. Hopefully she's not going to come and eat my back. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.